Hello, I'm Ornella Hernandez, and today Web3 TV is at the STEP conference in Dubai to talk about all things tech. I am sitting here with Omar, who is the CEO of Slide, a neobank from Africa. How are you today?
Great, doing great. What about you?
I'm well. I'm enjoying this beautiful weather, beautiful day. How's it going for you?
Absolutely. Well, it's been great. Actually, we've been here for a couple hours, already met a lot of people, a lot of interesting people, and I'm happy to be here to discuss Web3 and what we do with Slide.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit more. I know you said that you serve the African diaspora, mostly in Europe, and that you have some history with blockchain. So tell me about that.
Absolutely. So Slide is basically a neobank specifically tailored for North Africans that are in Europe. So we provide a Euro account, a debit card, but most importantly, we focus on facilitating money transfers between Europe and North Africa, more specifically Tunisia and Morocco. So we were inspired by the crypto industry. I was involved in the crypto industry for years as an investor, then as an entrepreneur. And, we've built kind of a unique marketplace that matches transfer requests going in opposite directions between Europe and North Africa. So it allows remittance for a fraction of the cost and in both ways, which is, a big problem when it comes to Tunisians and Moroccans to send money abroad.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so the main use case is remittances. And you said that you started off on a blockchain. Which one?
On Stellar.
Stellar.
Yeah.
And what happened? Why are you not on Stellar anymore?
Well, a couple of things, actually. The first one is regulation. In North Africa is not really crypto-friendly. So for us, it would have been difficult to on-ramp people or, get them out or allow them, to exchange their crypto towards fiat currencies if, the government does not allow it in Tunisia or Morocco. And so this has been a biggest hurdle. And even though Stellar also is a great solution, but we were also looking into, for sure we are getting back to blockchain in some time, but we wanted to be probably in a way more decentralized way than Stellar is doing.
So what do you think needs to happen or needs to change to be able to get, whether it's more regulations or to have things be facilitated when it comes to building on the blockchain?
I think adoption is the master thing here. As soon as people adopt cryptocurrencies and they use it without knowing that they are using it, at that point, well, it would for sure become easier to get it regulated, for regulators also to adopt it because they wouldn't have the choice. Like when you're using your debit card today, you don't know what MasterCard or Visa or any other card provider is doing in the back end, and you don't care.
Right. We just,
Exactly.
I just want to buy my whatever it is, my shoes, my food.
Exactly. Exactly.
Makes sense. We need to get to that point, but it's going to take a while longer, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So you said that you were working in blockchain before. How did you even get started? Did someone mention Bitcoin to you? Like, how did you first hear about blockchain and crypto?
Well, I heard about it in an event. Actually, I don't have any software engineering background. I did law studies, and after that, I did business studies. And, going from there, someday, I was sitting at a table and some guy tells me, okay, there's this event about crypto. I was like, crypto what? I don't know what's that. And so, but I heard about Bitcoin in actually one of the courses I did in business school. And so I was curious. So I went there, and at that point for me, it was a revelation. Like, finally, there's something, to change the financial system, to change the governance systems, especially, and something that can challenge the status quo. Slide was born from my personal frustrations as a student abroad that was waiting for my parents' allowance, for days, sometimes weeks. I even had to fast 2 days once, waiting for this bank transfer to arrive. So I was looking for other options for people not to suffer like I had, And crypto was for me an answer. I still is an answer. It just needs, to get the right environment to be able to evolve properly.
All right. And so what's the roadmap for Slide? What can we expect from Slide in the next few months, coming year?
Yeah, well, right now we are getting approved, we are getting regulated actually in France, and hopefully we are poised for an end-of-year launch for us, to redefine how people will basically transfer money, how they connect with each other, because money is not just a way of transferring value. In the end, it's a way for people to express themselves. It's a way for people also to be able to,
Live.
do what they, to live, exactly. We tend to forget about it, but especially for remittance, it's really crucial when you know that 90% of remittance sent to Africa is meant for primary needs, meaning education, health, housing, this kind of
Right.
things.
Right.
Yeah,
But there are many other platforms out there that deal with remittances on the
there are.
blockchain. So how
There
do
are.
you differentiate yourself from others?
There are. Well, we differentiate again, as I told you, we got out of the blockchain space because there is this friction when it comes to regulation. So even though these solutions are very legitimate, I believe in a couple of them, even though I cannot name any right now.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
remind any, but I think the friction with regulation is going to be very, very painful for many, and actually making it impossible for others to adopt these solutions. Because in the end, it's not in the US or in Europe that people need to have solutions for remittance. It's in North Africa, it's in Africa, it's Sub-Saharan Africa. It's where regulation is sadly right now becoming an obstacle instead of being a facilitator.
If you had like a superpowers, like
Okay.
what would be the one thing, like the first thing you would do that you would change about the industry, the payments industry, fintech and crypto?
Mhm. Um, well, maybe find a way to allow regulation to do what it does without being an obstacle actually for innovation. Because definitely we need to innovate, we need to challenge the status quo. Banks and financial institutions that have become behemoths in the last, let's say century, well, they are very comfortable in their position, and so they need to be challenged. I think crypto already challenged this. We are seeing right now banks adopting crypto, but maybe this is not the greatest sign actually, because I don't want to see a centralized crypto. I want to see
Right.
a decentralized one.
Yeah,
And so,
I hear you.
yeah.
All right. So what's the best way for someone to get in touch with you, Omar, and to learn more about Slide or to use
Well,
it?
to me personally, it would be LinkedIn, but for Slide, well, you can reach us on our website, it's slide-money.com, or you can go on Instagram or TikTok. You can find us
TikTok.
slide.money. Yeah,
Okay, I'll
as
check
well.
it out.
Actually, we do a lot of financial education as well, because we believe that, besides helping people to send money, they need to get financially educated to be able to get
Yes.
empowered.
Yes.
And crypto actually is a big, for us, brings a lot of value here, because again, when you're in Africa, you get financially educated. We tell you to invest. Where can you invest? You are not allowed to buy stocks. You're not allowed to do anything. So, but crypto, you can always buy it in a way or another. So, allowing people to get educated about that and liberate themselves is something that we want to do. And hopefully we will reach, this goal. Yeah.
Amen. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time
Thanks a
today,
lot.
Omar.
Thank you.
And
you,
everyone,
guys.
please stay tuned for more interviews coming out of the STEP conference today.